motherfucking decent kicks around this bitch?
There's the boss. Hi there. What do you need? Quite a collection you've got here. Keep your blood sugar up. How do you choose between your children? Your personal vehicle is being brought up now.
You got the pickup point on your GPS? Okay, all looks cool from here. Just collect the goods and bring them to the warehouse.
one of my skills is required. Okay, so you're in serious trouble, and you need my help. Okay.
You're fine, right? Sure.
Hi there. Are you free? You want to see something that would be funny if we weren't all about to get killed? The good news is we have a buyer. The bad news is he wants the goods dropped at different locations. We got everything loaded and ready. Take it to the different points on your GPS and we'll get paid.
Hey, hey, hey! Oh my.
What do you need exactly? Oh, hey, you're in trouble. Okay. I'll deal with it.
Calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up. I'll bring it by.
You look like a friend of mine I accidentally shot at a party. What are the odds, huh?
All right, we might be ready to move on this thing.
There's the boss. I've got to go. Someone's coming. Hello. What can I do for you? Quite a collection you've got here. How can I help you? Anything to keep you productive, boss. What do you need? How do you choose between your children? No problem. I'll have your personal vehicle brought around.
What's up, Hefa? That stuff you wanted to move? We got it all loaded up on the flatbed right outside the warehouse. Just gotta take it down to the docks and we're done. I mean, some punks might be waiting for you, but what the fuck do you care? That's their problem, right?
Hey, what's up? Yep. See you later.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them round. I'll get there as soon as I can.
¡Hijo de puta!
What's going on, FF Gaming? I don't want to type. Nah. Hands are bothering me too much today. I was typing for a little bit there. Yeah, I gave up on that shit. Yeah. I'm surprised I've been gaming as long as I have today. The amount of pain I'm in. But yeah, welcome back to the channel though, everybody. Just sipping a beer. You're gonna need cold ones on a day like today. Or a cold drink. Or just stay hydrated. Stay the hell out of the heat. Man, don't go in the sun. The sun is gonna roast and toast your asses today. It's best for you to stay indoors. Although I will say this. It does not hurt in your community. If you know folks in your community, please go check on your elderly. Right? Go knock on their door or something. Go see if they're okay. See if they need something. Right? As you gotta remember, they don't have the same access to the resources as we do, and they don't have as much energy, and this heat can really drain a person's health, or sorry, not a person's health. It can really drain their energy, and they can become pretty dehydrated very fast, because it will make you sweat. When you sweat out, you perspirate, you lose a lot of your body water. And believe it or not,
Hey there,
I know this sounds weird, and I know we eat meat and everything else, or eat foods, but we're pretty much made up of water, our bodies. Yeah, fun facts. Okay. Want to know something else that's cool? Alright, you see your veins, right? You look at your veins in your body. What color are they?
Cheers, boss.
Are they green? Huh? Okay. So,
See you soon, boss.
here's a shocker. Alright. Fun facts for Saturday. Alright. We bleed blue.
Let me do my thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know, it's kind of cool, right? See, the blood in your body, it's actually blue. It's not red. Yep. Neat, right? Isn't that cool? That's why they say when I'm in the hockey game, I have ice in my veins. Because human beings, when you technically think about it, we do have ice in our veins. Well, we can say it like that. I mean, you can use any kind of term you want to use when it comes to, but I'll tell you something. The only way the human, like, why you see red when we bleed is because your blood gets exposed to oxygen, so it changes color right on the spot. Yeah, instantly, as soon as it's changed, as soon as it touches oxygen, as soon as your blood hits oxygen, it turns red. Chemical reaction. Yeah. Not a chemical reaction, but it's a reaction that happens, right? Just like if you mix certain household cleaners together and they start smoldering and smoke it, you can't. There's different reactions, right? Now, I didn't believe this. Somebody told me this when I was younger, when I was a kid. You know who confirmed it for me? My grandfather. I asked my grandfather, I said, is this true? He goes, go to the library, look it up, and come back, and I'll tell you if it's true or not. So I went to the library, I investigated, and I found a Sherry, what's going on? I ended up finding books on human anatomy and everything else, and when I dived in there, it turns out after doing some reading and I'm searching through the book to see for this any part of this evidence, right? And I found it, and then I signed the book out. And I brought it home to my grandfather and I showed him page 2. I said, yeah, you're right here. He goes, I told you. He goes, I'm not going to be able to tell you everything, but there's good information in that library. Yeah. So, he was right. Just saying. Fun facts of Saturday, everybody. Yeah. See, I like looking up random stuff like that. I know, I'm weird like that. Yeah. I like to look up things like, why do we lose our hair? How long does it take for your toenail to grow back? Just weird things that come into my mind, you know, random things. My mind's unique like that. I just fill it full of information. I've been like that ever since I was a kid. I don't know why I just changed the DJ. I'm trying to make the sale. What the hell am I doing? I know what I'm doing. I'm getting sidetracked by talking. I got this problem when I talk. Sometimes I can get easily sidetracked. Or lose my train of thought. That's happened quite a bit. Damn it, old age. Yeah, I'm an old G now, right? Old school gangster. Not an old guy. No, not yet. Nah, I think I'll classify myself as an old guy when I'm in my 50s. Yeah, 11 more years to go. Fuck, that's close. It was like, it almost felt like. Not even a year ago I turned 30. Well, maybe a couple of years ago. It doesn't seem like that long.
Okay, so you want to sell this, right?
When people mention that, and they say stuff like that, it's no joke. Like, I used to joke around with it, right? I remember everybody else that was older than me, oh, time goes by so fast, you know, respect this and enjoy this while it lasts, and this and that, and cherish this and cherish that. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, right? Time goes by so damn slow. What are you talking about? No, it don't. No. So much happens in your life, so much you look on, and you look back and you're like, whoa, shit, that happened quick. Because for me, I'm about to push 40, you know? And some of you are sitting there going, well, that's still young. No, it's not. No, that's not a young age. And I can tell you something else. All right, that's the big 4-0. That's a milestone in your life. Yeah. There's going to be some very important milestones in your life. Now, let me educate. All right. Now, you're going to turn. You have Xbox One, Sherry? Oh crap! I don't have my Xbox anymore. I lost that in the split 4 years ago. But I am doing gaming PC this year. Yeah, I'm gonna get myself a gaming PC, like a supercomputer, for Christmas, like a really heavy-duty type machine that's gonna be able to do like some serious gaming, right? Because I'm gonna need it beefed up big time for GTA 6 and hockey and all that stuff. Because I almost wanted to buy the PlayStation 5, but then I'm looking at everything and I'm thinking, well, I can get the same controller and Bluetooth it into the computer and it'll work. And I could probably, well, it's not probably, I could do a lot more cooler things for the studio and going forward for my live streams. So yeah, it was an easy decision to make after a little bit. After I started thinking about it, I'm like, oh man, I've wanted a gaming PC for a while, and I know I want the PS5 as well. And I had to have an argument with myself and think to myself, well, they're gonna make the PS6. There's already rumors about that. Alright? So if I turn around and I drop 500 to 600, maybe even 700 on a super system, a super PS5, get like the PS5 Pro series and all that, it's just gonna come, it'll be outdated by the time I get to enjoy it. I'll get to enjoy it for maybe a year, and then it'll turn around and there'll be a faster everything system. So I'm getting sick and tired of keeping up that way. I just want to go back to the computer days. When I was growing up as a kid too, I loved the computer lab. I loved computers. I took computers apart. Like I don't know if I remember everything and how to install everything properly, but it would likely come back to me on the spot. I could build a, well, I was able to build a, you wouldn't even know, well, some of you would know, actually. I built a 386, a 486, a Pentium 1, a Pentium 2, Pentium 3, Pentium 4, Pentium 5, and then, after Pentium 5, things started getting crazy. I got out of that world. Well, not really. I didn't get out of the world. I just stopped. Like, it was becoming to the point where I started seeing holes in things that were going to happen, right? And people's information getting put on the computer and being on the internet and stuff like that, and people's information getting hacked and stolen and this and that, and my mind went wild. And it's the computer age. That's stuff. You'd have to be a super genius to do that stuff. I was like, no, I think this is gonna this is bad. Like it's gonna be good, and then it's gonna be bad in some ways. So one of these days, I said, this is gonna run our lives. here we are. It does. Can't say it doesn't, right? Because I game. I can openly and honestly admit that I'm highly addicted to my video game system. Have been since I was a little kid, and my very first system was a Nintendo. Alright? Original Nintendo. Yeah. I picked up an Atari once. Thinking of systems, I picked up an Atari once at a yard sale, and it was from this older lady from the church. It was perfect. Like it was all it was all perfectly kept still. Like it was all, you know, in great shape and everything. And I was only, I don't know.
All right.
Maybe 10 or 11. I wasn't even 12 yet. I know that, right? And she wanted $30 for it all. Right? Or so, no, sorry, it was $40. Right? And I really wanted it. It looked really cool. It was retro, and I had heard about that system. I had never gotten to play that system, so I was like, this could be awesome, right? And then I realized, crap, I only have $20, right? And this person and the sign, like, I respect prices and stuff like that. Like, I see the price and it says $40, and I'm like, oh, now I'm heartbroken. Now I don't know what to do, right? So, at the time when my mother was still in my life, I asked her. She's like, I just gave you your allowance. Like, you're not getting another $20, no. So I didn't know what to do. I'm frustrated, right? Because I had to go find her in the church, right? So I go back all the way to where the lady was selling the video game system in the basement of the church and one of the selling tables, and I said to her, I really enjoy gaming, and I'm wondering if I can please offer you $20. I don't have anything else.
It might not look like it,
she said,
but I'm busy.
Well, I'll tell you what. She goes, I forget the exact question she asked me, but she goes, if you can tell me something, if you know about gaming, if you can tell me this, then I'll allow you to have it for $20, and you can come by and you can mow the lawn for me a couple times to work off the rest of the money. I was like, okay, deal. And I scored. I scored the question. She asked me a question. I knew the answer right away. I gave her the answer. She's like, I live in the neighborhood. She gave me the address. She lived not too far from the church, right? And she said, I have your word that you're going to come by and mow the lawn on Saturday, next Saturday. I said, yes. Yes, you do. I'll be there. What time? And she told me the time. She said, don't worry, I have the lawnmower and I have everything you need, and I need some weeding done too. I knew there was going to be a catch. There's always a catch, right? But still, very sweet old lady in our church. It was awesome. Cut me a break, right? I got to experience like the old school Pac-Man. Oh man, there were I can't even list off the amount of games I had. But you look at the graphics, and the graphics were like Mickey Mouse. You know, like, yeah, like even one of the tennis games was just like basically playing pong back and forth, right? There wasn't no, I don't know, if some of you have played any retro gaming systems, you'd know. The fact that we can run around and do what we do in these kind of environments and in these games is incredible. This is okay. some of you who didn't grow up in my generation, all right, I'm telling you right now, you're lucky, because it was people from my generation that wanted to develop video games to what they are now, so that we could go online and play someone from another side of the world, or you know, across town, or in the same country, right? Rather than having to go to somebody's place, right? Because as I explained before, that's what we used to have to do. All right. You wanted to go game against your friends, you had to go over to their house, and maybe they had the same game as you, and maybe they didn't, and maybe they had the same system as you, maybe they didn't, and if they did, and they didn't have that game, then you would take your game over there. I'm talking back in the cartridge days. Yeah. See, most of you grew up in the digital age, right? You came into the era when we had DVDs. We were just graduating from CDs to DVD and Blu-ray. All that came after the PS2. Well, no, yeah. It literally was the PS2 or after the PS2. The PS2 console just ran regular discs, just like the PS1. And, after a while, we moved to Blu-ray, and then there were some consoles, there were some PlayStation 3s. I ended up having one of those consoles, right? That ended up eating a couple of my discs. Yeah, I was not impressed with that. It was a fault on the console, so PlayStation honored me on that one and gave me a different one. But I mean, the video games that we're playing right now, think about it, they're digitalized. This game is up in the cloud somewhere, or they call it the cloud or whatever, right? It's in my, right? I've got I think it's 130 games, something like that. Now, over the years I've been collecting. And that's in the digital cloud. Like that's in, and I can tell you guys something about going digital, right? It's helpful if you're in a relationship. Single, not so much, because as a single person, I can take care of my discs. And, you know, I'm very particular with how I load them and everything else. But I got sick of that stuff. I got it. Owning disc and cartridge games pissed me off the one day. And I'm not kidding you. So you all know that the NHL games for the systems are pretty expensive, right? Like the sports games, when they come out with a new sports game each year, it usually runs you between $80 to $90 with tax for the basic version of it. If you want like an upgraded Pro Series version of it with some extra players or something like that, they charge you extra money. Or you want the different part of the game experience, it's costing you over $100, right? So I had NHL 20. And, you know, the one with Austin Matthews on the front cover. So, my ex that I had almost been with for, well, I'd just been just over 4 years with, right? At the time. She gets in an argument, fight with me about something. I can't even remember what it was. It was ridiculous, right? And she got mad at me because I wouldn't do something. So, or because I think I ignored her and something like that, and I gave her shit for spending money that really she should, like, she had dropped like $250 or $300 on some kind of a purse that she didn't need again, right? She had that purse problem. Bag, whatever they call it. Anyways, I come home from work, and what do I want to do after I relax and everything else? Evening time comes, right? Everything's settled down, dishes are done, the house is put back in order, right? Now I'm going to relax for a couple hours before I have to go to sleep and get back up and go to work again in the morning. I go to play my hockey game, it's busted in half. And it's put back in the case too. Yeah. Well, instantly.
Alright, bring the...
I instantly go to my ex. What is this? Huh. She smiles. She goes, "You like that?" I said, "Do I like this? What did you do this for?" She's like, "You made me mad." So, I'll hit you where it hurts. She's like, "You love your hockey?" She's like, "No more hockey for you right now." I looked at her, and I said, "You know what?" I said, "Not a damn dime will be spent in this house on anything, and you won't get a damn dime from me either. Until that hockey game is replaced. You better replace that as of tomorrow. You wanted to drop $200 and $300 on a purse? Good, you can take the credit card and you can go and get me a new fucking game. Good job, that just costed you $90. She stared at me. I said, "I'm not fucking joking." I said, "It's either that or I'm going to turn around, take the credit card, and I'm going to fucking do it." You understand? You don't get to break people's shit. Right, you don't get to break my things. Especially hockey game. Oh man, I was livid. Livid. Just livid. That's why I said, I was like, I don't want to fucking see you. I left the house for the rest of the night. I was like, when I come home tomorrow, that fucking game better be in the house. There better be a new one. And there was. Yep. She only did that once. And after she did that, I went digital. Yeah. She calls me and she's like, "They don't have the game in the store anymore. They ran out of copies. They'll have more next week." I was mad. And then I expressed this to one of the guys at work, and they're like, "Dude, just download it." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Download it on the hard drive. Right? You can buy it digitally online." Now, me being an old cat and stuff like that, I'm still learning new things all the time, right? Because I was always a busy work body, and I was always working, and trying to keep up with things, but, you know, I didn't know that people were switching over to digital. And that was the best decision I ever made in my life. I'm telling you guys. You don't ever want... I would never own discs. Never again. No. Too much can go wrong with them. And then, if the system doesn't want to play it properly, it won't load properly. Yeah. And I did it to kind of protect my own ass. Yep. You see, after my ex turned around and she broke my hockey game, you know what I ended up doing? I ended up selling the rest of my discs and buying things on digital. I was like, "You can't break my games now." I was like, "You can try." And that pissed her off. Oh yeah, because yeah, I outsmarted her. And the thing is, when you're working with a narcissistic person, right? It's a challenging battle, literally. And you don't understand what kind of a person you were with until after the fact, and you've stayed single for a while. Because when the split up happened, I didn't know how, like, it felt like I couldn't function on my own. That's what it felt like. It was like I was with that person for so long, I thought that I needed that person in my life, or else my life is incomplete. And my life was in turmoil, in shambles, fucked up. And it felt like that for a little bit. For a few months. And then it was a friend of mine. Or no, it wasn't a friend of mine. Sorry. Stand corrected. It was a video I'd seen on YouTube. And he was this guy who was explaining about how much better his life was when he loved himself and brought Jesus into his heart and focused on himself, not on anybody else. And I realized to myself, you know what? I just did that my whole life. My whole life I focused on everybody else but me. It's time for me to live my life. It's time for me to love me. It's time for me to do what's best for me, not what's best for everybody else. Now, if that ends up meaning I'm staying single for the rest of my life, I'm okay with that. I'm not alone. No. I've God in my heart. No. So I'm never alone.
And get the deals done.
Ever. In the physical presence, yes. But when you look at the big picture, I'm not alone. Not alone at all. I'm better now than I ever was in my whole entire life. I finally am enjoying my life. I was so wound up for years and years and years that I really didn't know how to enjoy life. Nope, not until I became single. I'm telling you. At first I thought being single might be bad, terrifying, horrible. I don't know what to do. After a while I realized it's a big blessing from God. Yep. Because no one sits there, no one's telling you what to do. No one tells me when to go to bed. No one's wondering. No one's asking me to do something non-stop. No one's irritating me for no reason. Right? Just because they can. Right? That's another thing. When you're with somebody for so long, they know how to exactly push your buttons and make you mad. So when I looked back at things, I started to realize things. I'm like, hey man, we were living in hell. We were not happy. I was not happy at all. I mean, I tried to be happy, but I wasn't happy. Right? I was miserable. I was miserable because I knew I had to see this person again at some point. And what kind of fucked up, vindictive shit are you gonna pull today? Right? Or what kind of person am I dealing with today? Right? That's where it got down to. Now,
everything okay?
Having the single life, you look back on things, and you're like, wow, I have more freedom. I have more money. Money is the biggest thing. Money was the big one. Yeah. And freedom and peace of mind. It was kind of frustrating at times, because I'd see her blow money like it was like on the stupidest materialistic things. And I'm not sure if a lot of you know this about me, but I'm a pretty simple man. I'm pretty easy to please. Alright? I'm not one for designer clothes, shoes, stuff like that. I'm very basic. I'm very simple. Yeah. I'm not a name brand person.
Got pretty much everything in here.
I'm happy just having the clothes on the back that I have, and a jacket to keep me warm in the winter time.
Take your time. You own the place after all.
You know, I'm not, you know, a pair of shoes, I take care of a pair of shoes. They last me, well, the last pair I got there now, I'm going on almost a year, right? Same with my winter boots. I'm just one of those guys that I'm very simple and stuck in my ways. I don't like my grandfather like that. Like, I don't like change, right? I'm not trying to, because,
keep your eyes open.
I cared about that. I got that installed into me at a young age when I was younger. Yeah. Because you're only, you can have nice clothes. I'm not saying don't have nice clothes, because there's special occasions that come up in your life, right? And especially for a job interview and stuff like that. But I'm not going out to get the next pair of Nike box or shoes, shorts, shirt, suit, hat. You know? Yeah, sure, I'll get fresh gear once a year. I'm a pretty simple guy. I like my jeans that I have. I like my clothes. I'm not out there to try and impress anybody. Like, I was taught in life, don't worry about what everybody else thinks about you. Right? And you don't have to dress to impress. So who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to fool? Yourself? Right? Because some of you think it's so important that when you go out in public you have to look pristine, you have to look a certain way, you have to buy a certain handbag because everybody else has it, you have to have a certain outfit because other girls have it or other guys have it, right? Or you need a new chain, or you need this, you need that. Oh, really? Do you need it? Ask yourself that. Look in your closets. Look at your materials, and ask yourself: do I really need this many pair of shoes? Do I really need this many jackets? Do I really need all this useless stuff that I don't use? No, because some of you have a bad habit of buying clothes, and I don't even know why I'm back at the office. No, I gotta go out. I gotta go up north. Some of you are materialistic people, and I'm mind baffled that you're so concerned about what other people think about you, right? And about what you're wearing. That's Crazy Train. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. You know, if you stop being a materialistic person, most of you, you'd realize you'd have a lot more money for everything else. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
What can I do for you?
I wish you a safe and blessed day. Now the controller is acting up. I knew it. Almost 3 years old, this controller. I knew. Oh man, how many games of hockey have I played this year on this controller? Over at least 3,000. I'm not surprised right now. This thing is acting up. It was acting up earlier. Let's see. No more walking on my own? Oh yeah. Nope. Oh, that's gonna come and go. That's the first signs that this thing... Oh man, I'm gonna need a new controller this year. Yep. Or either that, or I probably won't get a new controller, to be honest. I'll probably end up getting a used one, if anything. Because I'm gonna have to have all new equipment with the computer stuff, and I likely won't game on the PS4 as much, but I still would want to have a working controller for it. And when I mean working controller, I mean a competitive style control. Like this controller, when I'm playing hockey, it's not, my player doesn't go in a different direction or anything like that kind of thing, right? Whereas some controllers, after they get old, you know, the left button starts to drag, or the right stick starts to drag. You know, the controller breaks down, kind of thing. It wears out, right? But when I'm playing hockey and stuff like that, to stay at a competitive level, especially when you're online competitive, you buy a new controller each year, or you take very good care of your controllers. Right? For a while, this controller didn't see GTA at all. I didn't use this controller in GTA. No. It's only been in the last year that I've started using this controller in GTA. Because I had a controller for hockey, which was this one, and I had a controller for GTA. Now, unfortunately, my controller for GTA sits on the cradle, collecting dust, because it needs to be fixed. And that thing is 4 years old now. Yeah. It's retired. It literally sits around as just like a decoration now. even my I still even have the first set of headphones, Turtle Beaches, that I thought were great long ass time ago, right? And they're plug-in ones, and the mic on that headset sucks, and and so does the sound, by the way. It's kind of like tinny a little bit, like echoey almost. There was no proper sound quality, that's for sure. Excuse me. I got that kicking around. It's like a that's one of my decorations. See, like, as a gamer, a gamer will hold on to that stuff, that kind of stuff, right? Some regular player would like probably get rid of their old stuff. Oh, I know some of my friends when I was growing up, man, that's what they would do. As soon as they got something new, they throw out their old stuff, or they get rid of it. It's like, dude, that's iconic, right? You should hold on to that. I kicked myself for selling, or for trading my Nintendo. Yeah. I never should have done that. I should have held on to that sucker. Yeah. I had a Nintendo with 20 games, 2 controllers, and the Duck Hunt gun. And I think when I was 15 or 16, I wanted a PlayStation 1 so bad because I wanted the new hockey, right? And at the time, you could burn discs you could mod the PS1, and you could go and rent games, and if you had a computer and knew how to burn the disc, right? Then you could make a copy of the game and have it and play it on the system, right? I had my original games too, but you could do that back in the day. Yeah. We were able to get away with that shit as long as it was for personal use. I never sold them. No, that would have been illegal. Yeah. But you were allowed back in the day to copy things as long as it was for personal use at home, and you didn't make it a business and sell. So you were able, if you're lucky enough, right, and you got there on a Friday night early enough, right, you might get the latest game that has come out from the rental store. You know, before Netflix and before the internet, we had to go to a video store, and my video store was Blockbuster. Okay, so you go to Blockbuster, but you had like it was literally how do I put it? It was like a roll of the dice kind of, like you take your chances type thing when you go to, because they will only have so many that's the thing, right? They'd only be able to rent out so many copies at a time of movies, DVDs, video games, you name it, right? And they used to have like old school games too, right? They'd still have like, I remember going into the Blockbuster and there was like the Super Nintendo section. You guys remember that? It was huge, right? And the Sega Genesis area, like the video game area was wild. So many games. So many games. Many games. And they even had, there was PlayStation games there, everything. That's where you were. That's where you picked up your entertainment on a Friday for the weekend. Yeah. In our day. See? I'm sounding old already. Because most of you wouldn't know what the experience of a video game, of a movie rental store is. They got popcorn there, snacks. Oh yeah. Thousands of movies. Like so many movies. And, you know, you'd have your section where you weren't allowed. You know, as a kid, you're not allowed in the porn section. You'd have like the adult section was at the very back of the store. It was almost like in this creepy closet kind of area, you know. It was like there would be the adult VHS and DVDs, right? That's your porn, right? Yeah, that was your porn back then. Yeah, that and Penthouse magazines. Yeah. Who remembers Penthouse? Hey? Anybody? No? Am I the only one? I'm not the only one that bought a Penthouse magazine. I'm definitely not the only one that bought one of those. Alright? No, seriously, when we were kids and stuff like that, a lot of you were going out there and you're wasting your money on possessions that you wouldn't use. We'd go and get the latest Hot Rod magazine. Or the latest hockey news. Okay? Because that's how we used to get updates on the players and what's going on. And I loved my car magazines. I loved hockey. And, well, I was a wrestling fan back in the day, but I don't know what happened to wrestling.
Hey, that's a nice
I kind of lost interest in it a long time ago.
Now that's an attractive fight.
I think when
For a serious hardened criminal.
there was no more Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker. The Undertaker was my favorite. But yeah, they're good times, man. And every time I think back to the old days, and I realize how old I am, I compare it to the kind of stuff that's going on today, and I am so glad I grew up the way I did. Yeah. I am so glad that I grew up being outdoors. That we created... You know why immune systems are so weak right now? I'll tell you why. Because
now she looks pretty, but not
you don't...
girly way.
You all don't share nothing. I mean, you have to understand when
She looks good. Not that she
when I was a kid, when I was growing up, I was, well, the entire time I was a kid, we would go to school and share snacks, we'd share drinks, we'd share food.
Sweet wheels.
We drank from the garden hose outside. We ate dirt.
All the burnouts you want with these.
We coughed and sneezed on each other as kids. We shared everything growing up. Like if you were an outdoor kid, if you were one of those kids that played outside, yeah, we shared everything. Yeah. We ate food at our friends' houses. We shared ice cream cones. popsicles, you name it. Candies. Yep. And do you think for 1 second we were washing our hands with hand sanitizer? Absolutely not. You kidding me right now? Yeah, right. Drink warm water from a garden hose. Okay? As a kid. Just to avoid going in the house. Because if you go in the house, there are going to be chores for you to do. Because if you think you're going in the house to watch TV or play video games, no. Because they got shit for you to do. They'll put you to work. Alright? The only time we were able to touch video games was like after dinner sometime, like later in the evening. And you didn't even get that much time on the system. They tell you. I remember being told, you got an hour. You got 1 hour. Right? And sometimes I'd be in the middle of the game and my hour would be up and I'd be like, no, don't turn it off. And they'd turn it off. I'm like, I didn't even save that. I've been working so hard for that. Right? Too bad. Right? They tell me, I told you. Right? It got to the point, you know, my gaming addiction got so bad. Well, I loved my system so much that they decided to get smart and take my power cord. Right? They thought they were smart that way. So, that's fine. I go to the card shop. I go to the hobby shop. I go down there and tell them I need a power cord for the Nintendo. Right? And, that would work. Then they, you guys are gonna laugh at this. I don't think a lot of you know what this is, but now I'm remembering this. This brings me back. You remember the RF switch? Yeah, that module. You had to go to the back of the TV and twist it into the to there and to the antenna coax, right? And then you had a RF switch, so like there wasn't even a, not yet anyways, but there was no like AV cables. That's what they were back then. The AV cable is your red, yellow, and white cable. That we had those cables, and then we got a multi-color cable. I forget what the heck colors were on there. Blue, green, red, yellow, something like that. But when the HD, when HD first came out, it was kind of like the AV cables. It was, right? And then HDMI graduated, right? And then I don't even know it. 4 8K now? Fuck it. I don't care. I stopped giving. Like,
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
Technology pissed me off, man. And I'll tell you how.
Aight, I'll get back to work.
The same size and style of TV I have now, the same kind of sharp aquos I had in my bedroom. And well, in the bedroom, and the ex at the time, being Filipino and, you know, always wanting to, you know, have the latest technology. Some of them are like that. I don't know why it is. For me, but I could care less. Jamason, welcome back, brother. We had this really, I don't know, brand new TV. I think, yeah, it was a Samsung. We had this like 55 or 60-inch TV. Okay, and the thing was thin as paper. And I came home from work one day, and I was cleaning some stuff up around the house, and I accidentally, I backed into it by accident, like total accident, right? Just nudged it a little bit, not even much. And it spider webbed. And I'm going, what the fuck? What happened? What's this? I'm like, this thing's almost costing me $3,000. What the So I call up Sims, and you know how much of a fight it was? I had to pay shipping to ship it back. And then they extended the payments on that TV for me to give me a new one. Yeah, they added more money to send me a new TV. I said if the TV was built properly in the first place, it wouldn't have broke. What about that? Because the older stuff from my generation, that's built to last. Yeah, when you like this Sharp Aquos TV, long time ago, I think like 12 or 13 years ago, I think this TV is now old, or 15 now. Back then, it would cost you a lot of money to buy something like this. But the thing is, you got quality for the product that you were purchasing. All right, you weren't purchasing non-quality. You were purchasing top-end quality stuff.
Need anything?
Well, now look at how they make technology now, and you see a TV now. Right? That damn thing looks so paper thin, and it's gonna break at some point. You all know that. And I'm sure a lot of you have broken those TVs and gotten pissed off. And it's been the slightest things too, right? And the kids, oh man, yep. I had one of my buddies call me up the one day when he purchased one of those TVs. He goes, you know what the fuck just happened while I was watching the hockey game? I was like, what's up? He goes, my 3-year-old decided to turn around and get pissed off and throw his bottle at the TV. So you know what that did to the TV? He goes, it's done. It's fucked. I can't see shit. It went black and it won't turn back on. I was like, man. I was like, they don't build shit like they used to when we were growing up, do they? He's like, nope. He's like, not at all. He's like, now I'm starting to understand what my parents said. And I'm like, yeah, me too, man. Me too. Like my grandfather. My grandfather was big on that. Oh, yeah. My grandfather would be always complaining about shit like that. He warned me. And he's like, they're making things cheaper. He's like, he's like, the quality in products is starting to go down and down and down. He's like, they don't make them like they used to. He was right. I mean, things are so cheap now, it's like a plastic lunchbox. Yep. Oh, and speaking of plastic, remember how if we cut down on plastics, we're gonna save the planet? Guess what? Pop or soda, however you want to call it, that's still in plastic bottles. Okay? Bread's still in bags, plastic bags. I got hot dog buns. They're in a plastic bag. The Wonder ones, right? Those are in a plastic bag. Okay. So I wonder, are they charging Wonder for plastic charge? No. God, no, they're not. It's only us. It's only the people. It's only a bullshit excuse and a scam to steal your money. Yeah. Plastic's not fucking hurting the planet, man. Nope. All these climate change activist people, they're fucked. Yeah. They got more than a screw loose. Let me tell you that one. All right? I'll give you a better example. The engine's running in their car, but no one's behind the wheel to operate it. Okay? They're there, but they don't know how to operate it. Yeah. They don't know what they're doing. They just making shit up as they go. Making up different rules. It's like every day now, I'm like, what kind of a shit show world are we living in today? Yep. What Hollywood actor is gonna go whining and crying on TV and try to influence people to go to the far left? Yep. Oh, and speaking of you Hollywood actors that try to influence people, remember when you cry and whine about send money here, send money there? Yeah, well, how about you dig deep into your pockets there, millionaires. Don't be asking people for money, right? If you're a Hollywood person and you're on the TV asking for people for donations for a certain cause, you're fucked. You won't get my respect. I won't. No. You know why? It's because if you got millions of dollars, then you could turn around and donate that yourself. Period. Okay? You shouldn't be advocating for a charity donation, telling the broke people, the average people, oh, we need you to donate to give back to this organization, that organization. What about you rich fucks? Hey? Don't you guys have money? Last time I checked, you got a lot of fucking money. Alright? So you ain't getting mine. You can fuck off. Alright? You can go support your own bullshit. Okay? And I won't shed a tear when you get on there and you try to, you know, make me feel like that it's my ownership and it's my responsibility. No, it's not. Like I said, the world's an upside down place. The world's fucked up. The world went soft. Yep. Now you all know why I want to just disappear and leave. And go out in the bush. Yeah. Get my houseboat. Fuck off. I want nothing to do with society. Absolutely nothing. Nope. Society's fucked. It's completely fucked. I mean, I don't have a problem with coming online and talking and being here for you guys that way, but, I mean, look at the world we live in. I want no part of that. No part of that bullshit. None. I think there's a lot of mentally ill people out there. I've got my opinions about people. I've got many opinions. Right? Everybody seems to have an opinion now, and everybody seems to be talking about it too. Everybody seems to be running their mouth online now. It's like, now you can just say what you want online and there's no consequences for it, right? Look at how lawless Toronto has become. Look at how lawless everything has become. It's ridiculous. Okay? I don't like it. Not one bit. Nope. Because when I was growing up, if you broke the law, man, you had to answer for that shit. Okay? You weren't able to steal and loot and create assaults and just walk away scot-free from that and make an excuse going, whatever excuses you're going to make, and just refuse to take responsibility. Now, I understand that we have a prime minister right now who refuses to take any responsibility and lives in a delusional world. Yes, but that doesn't mean you gotta be like him. Right? Seriously. There's a lot of you sit there and whine and cry facts like, how about discovering yourself? How about that? How about instead of whining, bitching, and complaining about what everybody else is dealing with, why don't you focus on yourself? Can't do that. No, some people can't do that because that's too hard. Yeah, that's work. But they don't want to work on themselves. No. They want to judge you and tell you what to do, but they won't do shit for themselves. That way. Yeah. It's like, I have this problem. Well, no problem. I have this gift where I'll call you out on bullshit. Like, ever since that, you know, you have to wear a mask thing, I'm like, no, I fucking don't. Right? The one store I went into, and they never gave me a problem ever again. Because everybody else was, this is when it was mandated, shit like that, okay? When they said it's mandatory, or we won't let you in the store, right? And At the time I was smoking, right? I wouldn't smoke anymore. No. The odd time I have a puff here and there, once in a while, but I'm not anything like, I'm not a nicotine fiend anymore, right? But I was at the time, and I need my smokes, right? And I wanted my smokes, and I had my beer. And I go to the corner store. It was a it was a 7-Eleven. And they had this sign on the 7-Eleven, and it said it's mandatory for you to wear a mask, or you can't come in the store. And there was some other regulation shit, right? And this thing was taped to the door. So I open the door, right? And I rip it off. Okay? And I walked over the counter, and I politely said to the lady what I wanted. She goes, "Sir, you need to wear a mask." I said, "No, I don't." I said, "I know my constitutional rights. And this right here," I said, "this violates my constitutional rights." And I said, don't start anything with me. Don't even try. I said, you're a foreign worker here, sit behind the counter, try and tell a Canadian that I have to put a mask on, or else you're not going to serve me, and you'll refuse my service. I said, you can either give me the smokes, and I'll pay for them, or I'm going to come behind the counter and undertake it. Okay? That's how that's going to work. I said, because I ain't leaving, and I ain't putting on a mask. Alright? So, you can politely give me my smokes, or I'll just come there and take them. Fuck it. Fuck it. You want to play this stupid game with me? Like, I don't have patience for this. I don't have time for this shit. And what did I put up with? Well, I've been called everything there is on the planet except for a white man. No one's called me a white person yet. No white trash comments, but hey, be the first. Come on, right? You're not gonna hurt my feelings. And yeah, I was hated on. I was hated on big time for not wearing a mask and getting backs. Yeah, my ex turned around and tricked me with that. I haven't seen my little girl since my birthday of 2021, physically, because of her mother. Yeah. Because her mother thinks I'm not, because I don't wear masks and I don't get vaccinated, that I'm a health risk to my child. Yeah, right. I'm not the health risk. You motherfuckers don't even know what was in that vaccine. They just turned around and said, "Oh, it's safe, take it." And a lot of you went, "Oh, okay. I'll take that, yeah, we gotta take it, keep it safe." Dumbass. Sorry, but not sorry. I mean, I call it like I see it, right? There was red flags that went up for me as soon as they said that we've got a vaccination for this. I was like, wait a second, hang on. You're telling us this is the world's deadliest virus, but you have a vaccine to keep us safe from it, and you're mandating it. And a lot of us lost our jobs because of it, and then some. Like, you're not making any sense here, right? You want us to wear a mask out in what? And outside of your home? While you're walking on the street, where we have so-called fresh air, right? So, what's next? You gonna tell us the air we're breathing out there is not safe? Well, a lot of you are telling people to wear masks. You're not even wearing a mask. So, it obviously, our air is not as dangerous as you're projecting it to be to people, right? Also, fear-mongering people and control that way, they were able to have that control over us because they scared everybody. That's what I mean. Fear-mongering, they had to tell you right off the bat, it's the world's deadliest virus. This is huge. We need to lock everything down right now. You can't go here, you can't go there, right? Remember? But then a lot of us start waking up. And remember when keeping 6 feet away from somebody at a store was going to keep you safe? Okay, well, if that's the case, and we were supposed to trust science, how come the science and the world leaders are not losing their shit on these protesters? So, see, it's okay. Their agenda is okay. It's fine, right? But if you turn around and you speak up and you have common sense, oh, you're horrible. You're a bad person. You're a racist. You're this, you're that. And look, you all know I'm a straight shooter. I'm not going to give in to some narrative and bullshit. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Alright? Not 2 fucks, not 1 fuck, or 2 fucks, or 3 fucks. And never have, never will. Right? If your feelings get offended for anything that comes out of my mouth, excuse me, then you obviously have a weak sense of character. Okay? And you're a very weak person. Alright? Because let me tell you something. The world's a very mean and nasty place. Big time. The world will spit you up, or will swallow you and spit you out real fast. Like, you... Actually, no, better terminology, the world will give you a kick in the seat of the pants. At some point. Yeah. At some point, reality will hit you. And it will hit you hard. Now... Have you seen how divided we all are now? That's what they wanted. Look at the division now.
Glad you've joined us, ma'am. And now, your bets.
And now you can't... Apparently you can't be Jewish. Right? Israel doesn't exist. They're trying to delete Israel out of the school.
All bets are closed. It's time to play.
Apparently you can't be Christian anymore, because you're going to go to hell for that. I don't think so. I think you're going to go to hell for the nasty, disgusting things that are going on. Like this one lady. I just seen a YouTube video. It was... Oh. I don't even know how I'm going to put this right now, but it was extremely disturbing. So,
I hope you and your winnings have a good night.
This lady on TikTok, or TikTok or something like that. I don't know. Roma. Check out Roma Army. Roma posted in her shorts. Chloe did, and this woman is a school teacher or pretend school teacher, and she set up this whole like children's background, all the children's stuff, right? And then she's doing this sex dance and stuff like that, and like trying to what do you call that? Like show sexual exploitation into the children's world, and we all know that children are off limits, right? So that woman needs to be put in jail. That's how fucked up our society's getting, right? If our teachers are adopting a sick ideology and bringing it into the schools for our children and saying it's okay for children to be sexually active with adults or even question their own sexuality, especially from what, like the baby age, like you're none of this is making any sense. Okay? And any of you who promote that stuff or go along with that ideology, you're sick in the head. Okay? You're pedophiles. That's it. There's no getting around it. It's just, that's what it is. Like, you can't, they sit there and, oh, one of the comments had said, like she had said, oh, that's just a fetish that person has, that teachers have, and that's okay. What? How the hell is that okay? That's not okay at all. I'm not okay with that. No way, Jose. No. Just like they say, oh, it should be, it's perfectly fine if a man wants to identify as a 12-year-old girl and go into the girls' change room. Yeah, that incident happened in BC on the island, and people snapped. Yeah. What do you think dads like me are gonna do when they find out someone like that, some sick psycho is in our fucking kid's bathroom when they're trying to use the bathroom in a public place? Yeah, you're gonna get a beating. And that's just it. Like, you're mentally ill if you go around dressing up in little kids' clothes and shit like that, and then identifying yourself as a 12-year-old girl. You're fucked. Like, there's no getting around that. You're the definition at that point of mentally ill. And at this point, most of the Liberal Party and their liberal policies are mentally ill. They're all mentally ill at this point. Look at them. They're a clown. They're all clowns.
I don't think so.
You shouldn't vote for either one of them. Alright. Let's find out how much they owe us.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride?
Or, by the way,
Plates, bro.
just let me guys ask you this important question, actually.
Well, no, I mean, not your
Mine,
cell phone,
right?
obviously.
I'll bring it to you.
Would you
Okay, fine. I guess not your car.
Would you or me be able to go on a vacation with our family and be able to bill the taxpayers $200,000? Yeah, I didn't stutter. 200 grand. I've never had $200,000 vacation before. I had a vacation one time in the Philippines for 30 days. It wasn't really a vacation, all right? It was more of an being a prisoner. But regardless, the trip to the Philippines, even then, right? Airfare, insurance, all that good stuff, right? And then traveling around, that was almost 10 G's. All right, that was a 30-day vacation. Not to mention when I got back, I still had to cover the bills because I was gone for 30 days. So before I even left for vacation, I already had to have everything prepaid for the month that I was going to be gone, and then I had to have money for the month that I was going to be working when I came back. So it was actually a lot more expensive than you would think. But regardless, it was my first vacation in over 10 years. That I even when I came home, I had to pay money back on it. I was still paying it off. I was doing overtime. I had picked up a second job to pay off what we had spent. There's no way in hell I could have just sent all my receipts in to the federal government and said, "Here, I want to just bill this to the taxpayers. Thank you." Yeah. I'm serious. And not only that, it gets worse. It gets much, much worse. They have sworn that they're taking our money
Good to see you,
and
boss.
investing it into
Oh,
Canada
hi.
to make Canada
What do you
great.
need?
Canada
Anything
was
to
great
keep you
before you
productive, boss.
idiots took over power. And Freeland doesn't seem to understand. She's just one of the stupidest people on the planet, man. You look at her and she's got the IQ of a fucking fruit roll-up. Yep. And anytime she goes, "Let me be clear." Now, that's a person that talks down to people. And that talks to us like we're children. As if we're her children. Okay? That's mentally delusional too. She is, okay? Thinking that she's some important person, which she's absolutely not. She's the biggest idiot on the fucking planet. Now, I love the fact that this stupid idiot put her own foot in her mouth. Yeah. Because it was very special. I laughed. I laughed big time. Wanna know why? I'll tell you why. She turned around and said, we don't care about a national food program for children, right? And we don't care about dental care for seniors, yada yada yada. Well, let me make something here. I'll use her terminology. Let me be clear, Freeland. We wouldn't need a national food program in schools if the food was affordable for the people to begin with. Gotcha, bitch. Because you running around telling people, oh, we need this, we need to tax you because we're gonna give this to children and we're gonna give back to the schools and the daycare. Listen, motherfuckers. If the prices at the grocery store weren't jacked up in the first place, you wouldn't need a food program for the schools, would you? Nope. That's just common sense, though, everybody. Oh, shit. Right? Bam Bam got common sense. Listen, I'm out of here. I gotta see what kind of shit show lies they're telling us. Because that's gonna start in about a minute. But I will be back. I'll do another live stream. You guys take care of each other. Thank you for all the support. I'm gonna cook some grub, too. Yeah. I'm thinking about grilling up some burgers today. Yeah. So take care of each other. Stay safe. God bless. Alright? I'll see you in the next live stream. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
I'm here for you, boss.
Depends.
100%.
It's all up to you guys. Right? It's your call. But either way, I'm gone for now. Later.